if the whole point of your technology is to make people actualize themselves, why in the modern world is there still cult creation? Why does your photograph adorn every devotee's or every practitioner's home? Why do they not just take the technology and become independent spirits themselves?
See, you don't mind if a… you don't mind if a rock star's picture is in somebody's house, okay?
But people don't kill
no,
for
let's
rock
come to
stars.
this. He lives a bad life, he is drugged out, but you don't mind. If a film star's picture is there, it doesn't matter. If the 12 girls from the Kingfisher calendar adorns your house, you do not matter. But you have something with me, what is the problem?
No, I'll tell you what the problem… I'll tell you, Javed Sahab, I'll come to you, but I'll tell you what my problem with that is that by and large, what Javed Sahab was saying earlier, is that with the following of a guru, even if the guru doesn't want it, there is a giving up of oneself, there's a subjugation of one's own thinking to to a guru, and that takes people sometimes to very dark places. You know, you're willing to kill for a guru, you may not be willing to kill for the film star.
But they do.
They don't.
They do. You come in Tamil Nadu and see people will kill for the film star.
My bad.
I need you
I
to
think
argue.
you are
No,
being,
I'm not finished,
You are being unfair. On this point, I'm on his side.
Oh my God, okay.
I'll tell you why. You know, if a film star is successful and is having a wonderful time, you don't resent. If a rock star is having a wonderful time and is doing good in his vocation, in his profession, you don't resent. If a guru is doing good in his profession and is having a good time, why should you resent? You should not.
Definitely, what's your problem?
Sure.
Now this is the operation of rationality.
Huh?
The equation should hold
I mean,
good.
let them have good time.
Javed, Sadhguruji, one quick question. I think my colleague is going to ring the bell any minute. You know, I saw a film recently in America made by a young man, and it's called The True Story of a Fake Guru. He dressed himself up as a guru, and he went and he met a whole lot of people. He listened to their sorrows, he listened to their stories. He put 3 pictures in front of them. He brought them into this sense of ecstasy and elation, and they began to transform themselves. They completely believed in him, and they began to follow him. They felt that they arrived at a safe harbor. At the end of the film, and they're being filmed through this whole journey, at the end of it, he reveals himself. You know about him. He reveals himself. He's just a young man from
Yes.
Phoenix. What is the answer to that, Sadhguru?
See, this is why I want you to make a distinction between faith and a spiritual process. Faith is just a set of beliefs. Spiritual process begins only when you realize that you do not know the fundamentals of your existence. A seeking begins. When a seeking begins and you find your sense organs and your logic only takes you to a certain point and it's not willing to help you beyond that, then when you come to a dead end, you know there is something beyond but you're at a dead end, then you will want to know a process. So then somebody who has experienced it will offer a process. This is all it is. Now, in society, it might have found all kinds of distortions. You're picking up a bad apple and talking about apples.
Sadhguru, consumption in this universe, in this earth, is really becoming something unsustainable. What kind of spirituality is it that does not talk about the finite end of consumption? You know, even as a method, even as a process, that is not part of Isha Foundation at all.
See, we are always trying to curtail human aspirations, it'll never work. If I tell somebody, don't smoke, don't do this, don't do that, they will not do that. They'll anyway continue to do it or other kinds of compulsions will take them over. But if you teach them a method through which they're able to manage the chemistry of who they are, today there is substantial medical and scientific evidence, it is no more belief system. There is substantial scientific and medical evidence. Today, research has gone into the University of California, has done an enormous research on the simple Shambhavi Mahamudra, the basic practice that we teach. 3 months of practice, the neuronal rejuvenation in your brain is 241% more than the average, okay? There are any number of things like this. Now, the chemical soup that you are, you can either make it very blissful or miserable. So if you are blissful by your own nature, then all the compulsiveness will naturally drop. Whether you're going shopping or you're digging up the planet or you're seeking something else, essentially it is just this. A human being is longing to be. A human being is longing to be something more than what he is right now. But if that more happens, he wants more. If you really look at it, a human being cannot settle unless he has all of it. If you want all of it, approaching it through physical means is a hopeless means. The desire is fine, but the method is hopeless. So spiritual process means you have offered him the right method, right process for the same desire.
Javed Sahib, you wanted to say something?
I really find it highly amusing. It's very interesting that it is in religion, it is in spirituality. The moment they find something in science which is compatible, they start respecting science. They say, look, now even the science has accepted it. But the moment science is opposing them, then it is not credible at all. And it is the history. There was a question which I missed that time, that we have to understand through spiritualism that why we are in this universe. What are we doing here? Why have we come here? I don't want to comment about anybody else's presence. But Guruji, I know why I'm in this universe, and the reason is unprintable.
And the reason is?
Unprintable.
Unprintable.
It is a pompous question that why I am in this universe. It is a pompous question what I am doing here. Have you ever thought of a mosquito? Why this mosquito is here in this world? Why this cockroach is here? There is, as far as life quality is concerned, there is no difference between a rodent and a human being, between a mosquito and a human being. The only difference is the mind. And this is the difference they want to eradicate.